sufficient time to consult with your counsel about whether or not you wish to testify? And has anybody, including your own attorneys, in any way pressured you or threatened you or coerced you or promised you anything in order to get you to make the decision to testify or to remain silent? And has anyone, including your own counsel, made any promises or assurances to you what the verdict in this case will be? Okay, and do you understand? Nobody can. No one can predict ever what a jury will do or not do. Do you understand that? Okay. All right, and what is the decision that you have made? Are you going to testify or are you going to remain silent? Okay, very good. All right, I find the defendant is making a knowing, voluntary, and intelligent decision that she's going to exercise her right to testify. All right, Ms. Andrews, I need you to proceed. Defense, call your next witness.
Alicia Andrews for the stand.
All right, Ms. Andrews, I need you to raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. Okay, very good. You may proceed.
She walked up, put her hands up, and basically, I ain't gonna lie, I think she saved herself from a life sentence. But don't take my word for it. Y'all know how we gonna do it. We're gonna go ahead and rummage through some clips. I'm not gonna make this a super long video because, bro, the prosecution just kept on saying a bunch of the same stuff in closing. So we're not finna do a whole bunch of stuff that we normally would do. But let's get into it.
All right. Miss Andrews, what is this a photograph of?
My face.
All right. And why? What is on your face?
That's when he bruised my eye.
Who is he?
Isaiah.
Do you remember when this was, time frame?
I don't remember the exact date, but I recall sending her a picture, though.
Who is her?
I think that's Jewel.
All right. Now, why did you send this picture?
Because I was already telling her about the other incident, so when I sent it to her, I'm like I'm fed up, kind of like just telling her, like, what do I do?
All right. All right. What is this photograph?
Of my eye that he bruised.
Exhibit
Same exhibit.
for the record, correct?
Yes, same
Are they
exhibit.
marked? Are they different photos within one exhibit?
It's a composite exhibit,
So
yes.
do you have them identified for the record?
It'll be exhibit 7. It'll be A through D.
So what is this? You showed her A initially,
Well, the first one was D.
and what is this one?
This is going to be B.
Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead.
What is this a photo of?
Of my eye that he bruised.
Is this a separate incident or the same?
It's the same day.
All right. And why did you take another picture?
I was just showing her closely.
Recognize this email address here at the top?
Yes.
All right. And whose email address is that?
Isaiah.
And you see where it says message sender?
Yes.
All right. Do you see the body of the message here?
Yes.
What does it say?
He said, "Stop fucking boasting yourself, goddamn."
All right. Do you remember this message?
Yes.
This message went to who?
Me.
Do you see this second message here?
Yes.
What does the message say?
He said, "The fuck you keep advertising yourself for?"
All right. And this is from Isaiah Chance to you?
Yes.
What was he talking about when he says you keep advertising yourself?
I don't remember what picture I posted, but I posted a picture on Instagram that he didn't like.
Now, this third message, what does it say?
I said, "I'm not advertising myself."
Can you read the fourth message?
It said, "Just say delete it."
That message comes from, you know, if you sent that or did he send that to you?
It say his name at the top, so I think he sent it.
The fifth message here,
He said, "Delete it."
when he says delete it, what is he talking about?
He told me to take the picture down.
The the fifth message here?
He said delete it.
When he says delete it, what is he talking about?
He told me to take the picture down.
What did you respond and say?
Okay.
Why did you take the photograph down?
I didn't really have a reason. I don't like to cause conflict between us, so I just took it down.
And that was in October of 2023?
Yes.
If you can remember sort of what's happening in this moment, can you tell the members of the jury?
I was walking, then he stopped me and said, "Let me see your phone."
At this time, are you trying to conceal your identity at all?
No.
Are you ducking or hiding or crouching behind any vehicles?
No, I'm just walking.
Are you stopping when he stops?
Yes.
And are you following him?
Yes.
Do you know what he's doing with your phone?
At the time, I just assumed he was trying to call someone, and they wasn't answering.
Did he talk to anyone in that clip?
No.
Do you ultimately leave this location?
Yes.
Do you go somewhere after that?
Yes.
Where do you go after that?
It was another club called Players Club.
At the time, did you know the name of that location?
No.
And who decided to go to the second spot?
He picked it.
Did you know of any clubs in Tampa?
No.
When you got to the second location, what happened?
We get out, walk across the street, and he walked up to the guy that they work at the front door. And he asked him how much was to get in.
So at this second location, you said, who asked how much it is to get in?
Isaiah asked the bouncer.
And what happened when he asked?
I don't remember the exact words, but he told him a price, and I guess he didn't like the price, so he just walked off.
Did you all stay there for any period of time?
Yes.
It's a short period of time?
Yeah.
And when you didn't go into the second location, what were you thinking?
Nothing much, like maybe he just didn't want to go in.
All right. It's a lot to get to. And we're going to get to it. I'm going to give you that side and the closing that they did. Basically, it boils down to this. The cops had lied. She didn't have access to the Airbnb. That's not true. She didn't have basically any knowledge of the Airbnb stuff. Did she try to get one? Yeah, that doesn't make her guilty of anything. I think what ends up happening is the lies that the cops told and tell, they weren't highlighted enough, but they were highlighted just enough. She's not going to be found guilty on any conspiracy to commit murder. She's not going to be found guilty on murder 1 and murder 2. I don't see how that even makes sense. So they're not going to agree to the lesser. At maximum, they can agree to conspiracy, but I believe that the ultimate judgment is going to be a hung jury. As I sit back and I watch and I listen to the defense, and she did good on the stand. I know she got caught up lying. We're going to get to that in a moment. But end of the day, bro, she did all right. I know some of y'all ain't going to like what I'm about to say. Oh, it's because... Like, please don't try to read into my mind. She basically was able to show, he used to beat on me. He broke my phone. Why does the breaking the phone part make sense? Because the cops tried to paint a story, and I don't think it was a good story that they tried to paint of, we could trace all your messages way back here, but we can't trace the messages to the day of the murder. Now, is she protecting her boyfriend? For sure. 100%. Do I believe she ultimately was really afraid of him? Hell nah. I think she ultimately didn't understand what the hell was going on. I think she really believed she was going to be offered some type of immunity, and she should have been used by the police to give immunity to her boyfriend to go ahead and rat. Because what ends up happening is the guys who pulled up, were the ones who did all the shooting. Her and her boyfriend didn't do any shooting. So it's that right there where I believe they're making sure that they put this message out to the whole entire city, to everybody, to taint the jury. If I'm any freaking lawyer, I'm saying we need to change the venue immediately, bro. Y'all done already did this, because if she was so integral to all of this stuff, they should have brought them all in under one damn case and swept them up under the rug. That's what they should have did. This is a test run. This is to show the young ladies throughout Florida, hey, you playing that game and hanging out with these dudes doing these murders. Y'all setting up people with these backdoor activities. Bro, part of this problem that the freaking defense didn't press the button on enough, in my opinion, is to say she was literally there because he made her come to appease her. They included her because he wasn't smart enough. When they talk about the coordination part of this, and this is what I think stuck out the most. He was already, Gutter was already texting his homies and all this stuff and everything. Then grabbed her phone. You see it in the damn camera. Grabs her phone and starts talking. That right there was to let me know in my head she ain't had nothing to do with this. She was just tagging along, bro. Do I believe she knew though? I do. So I believe if she gets found guilty of anything, it's conspiracy. She didn't get out the car. None of this stuff. It's 5 people arrested. 5 of them. 5. It is what it is, bro. There's 5 people arrested. And they trying to get her out the way, bro. I think this is trying to send a message so that they don't take this shit to trial. And ultimately, it is what it is. But at the same dang time, I don't think that the defense made their case. But let's see if you agree. Let's take a listen.
October 7th of 2023, when he said that he was traumatized and that he was mentally not well, not right in the head.
I think I remember that conversation. I asked if he wanted me to be around him for, just
space,
more
right?
support. Yeah, but he didn't want me to come.
And you remember that conversation. He didn't want you around because he was not in the right headspace the day after his friend Tilly died, correct?
Yeah, I remember. I mean, who would be in the right headspace after their friend died?
And so much so that you agreed not to go see him, right?
Yeah, if you don't want me there, I'm not going to go.
And you were worried about him, right?
Yeah, but I know if he doesn't want me there, I'm not going to just go.
And that was October 6th and 7th of 2023. Are you aware that Charles Jones, his life, there was an attempt on his life that occurred on October 7th of 2023, the day after his good friend Tilly was killed?
I've heard about it.
You heard about it from Charles Jones, right?
Yeah, I believe he went live or something.
Yeah, and in fact, not only did you hear about it from Charles Jones, you had conversations on your phone about it, and you assured him you would delete it, right?
Delete what?
Delete. I'm sorry. You had conversations with your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, about it, and you deleted the conversations, didn't you?
About what?
About what he had done.
He never told me he did anything. I don't remember.
Well, then let me ask you, with looking at your messages with him on October 7th of 2023, refresh your recollection. You see that conversation?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've been in this trial, correct?
Yes.
You heard that the shell casings that was taken off of your boyfriend's best friend's Toyota 4Runner, that the ballistics matched the casings that were used to shoot at Foolio Charles Jones on October of 2023, right?
Yes.
It's been tied to that ballistically, right?
Yeah, I've heard it.
And it occurred the day after Tilly was killed.
Yes.
And he was torn up, and you guys had conversations about it. You and your boyfriend Isaiah Chance had conversations about that. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yeah, he's telling me he's not himself right now. He needs space. He never told me he did anything.
Run off normally, what you normally do, be loyal, stay loyal. That's what he said to you, right?
Yes, and you're misinterpreting what he's saying. When he says stay loyal, he means don't go cheat. Because, I talk to who I want to talk to at times. When he's not paying me no attention, I feel like you ignore me, you're doing what you want to do, I'm going to go talk to other people. So that's why he's telling me stay loyal, don't do what you normally do.
So when he's devastated because his friend died, and then he and his friend tried to kill their rival, what he's worried about is you staying loyal to him?
I guess so.
Okay. What are you referring to when you're saying, it's fine, you're all right now, it's somebody close to you, not a random person, so it's normal to feel how you feel. I'm not bae, we're straight, we're just together, we're good. I deleted what you said, and I'm not texting nobody, even if you don't want to talk about it at the moment. So what exactly are you referring to that you deleted?
He told me to delete a message with somebody's texting me. It was a different guy.
So again, he's worried about you cheating. He didn't make any sort of confessions and confide in you as to what happened on October 7th?
No, he didn't.
And so when you are with law enforcement and they are interviewing you and they bring up Charles Jones, Foolio, and they specifically talk about this beef, you lie to them and act like you don't know nothing about that, right?
Yeah, he asked me if I had knowledge, like if I knew exactly who did what. Like, no, I don't have no direct knowledge. I know what's on the internet, but I didn't assume that's what he was asking me, so I said no.
You know nothing about Foolio, the big rapper, right?
I said I know what's on the internet. I don't know personally if it's true, who did what.
You know more than what is on the internet. Isn't that true, miss?
No, I actually don't.
You have just read to the jury about different deaths
That's on the internet in our city. I don't know if it would be in
And-
Tampa, but Jacksonville is on the internet.
and also a person you know that's been shot, Will.
Yeah, I went to school with him, so I know.
Okay, so that's not just on the internet. That's something that you lived through, right?
I lived through it. I mean, that's his situation. I just know about it.
And you're dating Isaiah Chance Gutta, right?
Dating him when at that time?
And you know that his best friend, 23, has been killed.
I mean, okay, that's his friend. That's not my friend.
Okay. But you're aware of it, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
And you know that Tilly has been killed.
Yes, that's his friend. That's not my friend.
But again, you are aware of it, right?
Yeah, it's on the internet.
And you know that Bibby has been killed.
Yes, just like everybody else knows.
And you yourself know about it.
Yes, it's on the internet.
And law enforcement are informing you that they are asking you about the death of Charles Jones in Tampa, right?
Yes.
And they are talking to you and they are mentioning that they know the beef between these two groups, right?
Yes.
And your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, is connected to many of the people who have died in this rival gang war.
Yeah, he's connected, not me. So,
But you know about it.
yes, I know.
And you lied to law enforcement and withheld all of that information knowing that they are investigating another death in this rival gang war, right?
I mean, in the beginning, they told me to talk about what I want to talk about. I don't have to talk about what I don't want to talk about, and I didn't want to be in the middle of that. I don't know for sure if any of these deaths for real. I looked on the internet. I don't know, so I didn't answer it.
They read you your Miranda rights, right? They told you that before they read you your Miranda rights, right?
I don't know if it was before or not.
You didn't just watch this video?
Yeah, I don't remember if it was before, though.
They read you your Miranda rights and told you you had the right to remain silent, that you were in the driver's seat, right?
Yes.
They also informed you you could have an attorney present with you if you wanted to, right?
Yes.
And you chose to speak with them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what I was there for, so I didn't have a problem speaking to them.
You didn't know what you were there for? They told you multiple times that you were there for the murder investigation of Charles Jones, right?
I'm saying as soon as it started. When I got arrested from my house, they said I had a warrant for resisting arrest. So that's what I was assuming I was going to jail for. I later ended up in a room with two guys. So I did sit there and talk.
Who told you what you were being questioned about?
Yeah, and I had no issue. I can answer the question.
And then multiple times in that interview, they were trying to impart to you the seriousness of what you were being questioned about.
Yes.
You would agree with that statement. Multiple times they tried to reach you and let you know how serious these charges were.
Yes.
And they asked you for details about who was involved, and they started showing you evidence.
Yeah, they did.
And in that moment, you chose to protect your boyfriend. Isn't that true?
I wouldn't say I protected him. I literally pointed him out, so that's not protecting him.
You never said that he was involved with a homicide, did you?
I didn't know if he's involved in it, so why would I tell him that?
You never said who or gave descriptions. If you truly believed he had nothing to do with this homicide, then why wouldn't you just share information and tell them and give them descriptions, even if you didn't know their name, what they look like, and where they came from?
I mean, again, I didn't know for sure, so I didn't answer that. And I'm not about to do their job for them, put my life on the line, to be in the middle of that, so I didn't answer it. I answered everything pertaining to me. Anything about them, I didn't answer.
You didn't seem like you were afraid in that interview. Were you afraid in the interview or not?
I was, but I handled myself well.
Okay. You weren't afraid of Isaiah Chance?
No, he's not even in there, so why would I be?
So, well, then I don't understand. Were you afraid to give up their names because you're afraid of them? You're afraid of Isaiah Chance and Davian Murphy and Rashad Murphy? Or are you protecting them in that interview?
I wouldn't say I'm doing any of that. I mean, you understand this about a gang. I'm a female. I don't want to be in the middle of it, so I didn't answer it. And I don't know for sure if they did anything at the time of that, so I didn't say anything.
Then why are you up here testifying about how Isaiah Chance hit you?
Because, I mean, that leads up to why I act the way I act out of town.
You were afraid of him or not? Are you afraid of him? Does he beat you? And are you afraid to stand up to him?
Yes, at times.
And you said, I think you said in your direct examination that people can't really understand because they don't know when you cannot leave. Is that you said something to that?
I said people wouldn't understand a domestic violence relationship because you'll think, why don't you leave? Why don't you walk away? It's not that easy unless you're in it.
But that's not exactly true, is it?
It is true.
You say cannot leave. You did not live with him, did you?
No, I didn't.
You never lived with Isaiah Chance.
No, I didn't. But he do where I stayed. He would pop up at my house, ring the doorbell all times of night. So I couldn't go nowhere. So
He never had financial control over you. He never paid your rent, did he?
I don't pay rent, so no.
What's the matter, dog? You embarrassed? This guy's a gangster. His real name's Clarence.
You live with your parents.
Yes.
You live with two loving parents in a safe home. Isn't that true, Miss Andrews?
Yes, I do.
And Clarence lives at home with both parents. And Clarence's parents have a real good marriage.
And you never mentioned to your mother or your father that Isaiah Chance was hitting you or abusing you ever, did you?
I did.
You never reported it to police?
No, she asked me, but I didn't want to cause any problems with him or his family, so I left it alone.
So you had choices, didn't you?
That was the very last time, so I told him.
Are you afraid of him and do things because you are fearful of him? Is that what you testified to on direct?
Yes.
He's scared to death. He's scared to look at his fucking yearbook. Fuck Cranbrook.
So fearful of him that you have to do everything he says. Is that correct?
At times, yes.
And you are claiming to this jury that you're not in a relationship with him anymore. Is that true, ma'am?
I'm not. I said he may think that because I never broke up with him, but
Do
I'm
you
not.
think that he thinks that because you still talk to him even though he is locked in jail, right?
Yes, I do still talk to him, and that's because of my issue. I don't want to cause any safety issues in his jail. He sends me verbal messages and where I'm at, so, I just keep him at ease. There's nowhere for me to go.
What safety issues? He is locked up for first-degree murder charges and cannot get to you. Isn't that true, ma'am?
You do know his ways in a jail. You can send messages to people. People look at me sideways. Oh, that's your boyfriend? He said this. He told me to tell you this. It's safety issues. Literally before I came to trial, a deputy told me one of my co-defendants were trying to have me jumped, so I just do what I have to do.
You are also safely in jail. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I wouldn't say safely. You can get in a fight at any time.
Okay. There are all kinds of deputies. Is that correct?
Yes, all of them don't do their job also. So
And we're not talking about your safety from other people. We're specifically talking about your safety from Isaiah Chance, someone you claim to be so afraid of that you will go along and do anything for him, right?
I wouldn't do anything for him, but
You wouldn't go along with a murder plot for him?
no, he never told me anything about a murder plot.
And you wouldn't try to call him multiple times incorrectly from the jail, right?
What do you mean incorrectly?
You're not allowed to phone another inmate, can you?
I don't call him like that, so what do you mean?
You're right, you don't call him like that. You have to break policy of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office and do some kind of three-way call involving Isaiah Chance's mother. Isn't that true?
Yeah, we do that.
You do it all the time, right?
Yes, when he asks for me, I do it.
As for you, you have to initiate your own phone call. He can't call you in the jail either, can he?
I said when he asks for me, I do it. If he tells me to call, I'm going to call.
It's not just that he answers for you. You can't call him directly. Isn't that true, ma'am?
No, I can't.
You have to coordinate and you have to make arrangements with some third party who is not in jail so that you can talk to him. Isn't that true?
Yes, and like I said, it goes back to me keeping him happy. I don't want to cause any issues while I'm sitting here. If he gets mad, if I don't call him, it's no telling what he's going to say. I'm the odd one out of this. They can all turn around and say, oh, it was Alicia, and I'm not getting in the middle of that. So I keep him happy while I'm here. If he wants me to call, if he wants to talk to me, let him know about the baby. He lets me know. I let him know I'm okay. That's what I do.
You call him 5 to 10 times a day in there.
Yes, when he says, call back, I call back.
And you also do messages. There's a kiosk system where you can kiosk with him. Isn't that correct?
Yes, he texts me and I text him.
And you have intimate conversations about your case, don't you?
Yes, when he asks, I let him know.
And he sends you messages which could be called sexting, right?
Yeah, he do. I keep him happy, like I said.
And you're no longer in a relationship with him, correct?
No, he thinks that.
And you call him multiple times a day, every day, for several months. Isn't that true?
Yes, like I said, I'm doing what I have to do. I'm not going to let him know. I'm not going to get on the phone and act like it's a change. I'm acting the same. I'm doing what I have to do.
Ma'am, you understand you're on trial for first-degree murder, right?
Yes, I do.
And it's for hanging out with him.
I do.
And you are still protecting him, right? To this day, you're protecting him.
I'm not protecting him.
You are still calling him and communicating with him, aren't you?
Yes, that's not protecting him, though.
So much so that you call his mother, right?
I do.
And you have been advised, and you report to his mother that you don't care that your attorneys tell you not to talk to him. You're going to do it anyway, right?
Yes, because I feel like that's the best way to do it.
Okay. So you are so desperate to talk to him and have communication with him, you don't even care if it may be hurtful to your case.
I wouldn't say desperate, because when I did disappear and listened, he texted me from another person and said, why are you not listening to me? Why are you not responding? When are you going to get it through your big red forehead? And all these other things. So I started back talking to him.
So now again, you're talking to him because you're still afraid of him, right? Even though he is locked up for first-degree murder charges and cannot go near you.
I didn't say physically come to me. I'm talking about other people.
You take advice from him, don't you?
I listened to it.
He discusses the case with you many, many times. Isn't that true?
Yes, because he knows I don't know, so he tries to make sure I know everything.
In fact, he tells you to kind of stay strong because the state thinks you're the weaker link. Has he told you that before?
Yes, he told me that.
Have you responded to him on, let's see.
And you can kind of see where this is going. This is a naive, dumb girl. And I think it's working in her favor. She just flat out told your butt. And you didn't even acknowledge it. See, this is the part where the state messes up. She said, hey, bro, he has people who are in jail that can hurt me. You didn't even acknowledge that. She said, hey, the sheriff said this, the sheriff said that. All you should have said as the prosecutor is, what sheriff? What did he say? They didn't want to do that. And that's why I think a lot of this stuff that they're doing is flat out dumb. But she got herself in trouble because, shawty, you still talking to this dude while he in jail. Like, what the hell? So she can spin it to win it, but let's see if she does so.
You say to him, half of their witnesses are dead. You're listening to Jacksonville, and they don't solve shit. I'm just lost because this is all pointless.
Yes, I told him, and that's my opinion. I don't understand why I'm here. It's really about them.
So you're still talking about what you're charged with him.
Yeah, he's aware, so I can say that.
And he tries to tell you what you should do in your case, right? And he tries to tell you what is the plan about the Airbnb. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yeah, and I don't control him, so he talks about what he wants to talk about.
Don't you say in response to him telling you all that, you don't got to say all that. Don't walk me through those stops. You said that, right?
Yeah, I stop him when he talks about the case because I already kind of know that. So he tries to let me know, and I already know.
It's not because you've already discussed what you two are going to say that you're on some kind of vacation to Tampa.
No, we haven't.
That's not what you're referring
talked
to?
about that, no. He's talking about the girl in the Airbnb.
On July 5th, 2025, you didn't tell his mother that you made the defense attorney's investigator so mad because you told him you're not going to leave until you want to and that they can't tell you who you can talk to, specifically referring to him. Isn't that true?
I was referring to other people too, but him too.
Because you are not going to give him up. Isn't that true?
Like I said, I'm doing what I think I should do to keep him happy.
And that is calling him hundreds of times, multiple times a day.
Yes, you don't see those messages when he asks us. He says, can you call? I need you to call. Are you okay? How are you? How's the baby?
So at some point, when I say you guys are off and on, there are times where he doesn't want to talk to you. Isn't that true, ma'am?
At times.
And there are times that he blocks you, right?
Yes.
And right before, let's talk about June 17th of 2024.
Please remember, Foolio died June 23rd, 2024. June 23rd. Not the date she just said. So, to me, this is kind of the irrelevant part because she knows, all right, he's bad, he whipped my ass and all this stuff and everything. But at the same time, bruh, are we sitting here going, this person is pretty mean, pretty crazy. But then when you learn, shit, he just went from whooping my ass to getting somebody killed. That's a different thing. And this is my part with the state, bro, and why I can't all the way fully agree with the state. I think they overcharged her. Because if they wanted to charge her with anything, it should have been full-on proof of conspiracy to commit murder. But like I say, I believe the state is fully trying to poison the next jury or trying to get old boy to go ahead and flip so that they can get death sentences in this. I think this is really about the boyfriend. Because they keep on saying and keep on playing. I'm not going to keep on playing this shit with Foolio getting killed. She didn't pull the trigger. They keep on saying that to try to act and add fuel to the flame that does not need to be, in my opinion, added. But let's keep on going. Remember, he died June 23rd. June 23rd.
Right? This is
Yes.
within a couple of weeks of this happening, right?
I think a couple of days. Yeah.
June 17th, 2024, he blocked you. So you got to resort to a text now chat, right? That's not a normal means of texting on an iPhone, right? This is a special app.
Yeah, that's the app, but pertaining to him, I always text on text now when he blocks me.
So he's blocked you before, right?
Yes, whenever he's mad, he blocks me.
So sometimes he's ended communication and broken up with you, right?
Not broken up, he just goes off for a day or two.
And so can you read to the jury what it is you texted this person that you're afraid of?
Oh, I said, bitch, you a sicko. Why you blocking me over a call I didn't even initiate? Trying to act like you mad, and I make people comfortable.
Excuse me. You need to speak. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. The court reporter's got to take down what you're
My
saying.
bad.
So you got to speak real slow, okay?
I said, bitch, you a sicko. Why you blocking me over a call I didn't even initiate? Trying to act like you mad, and I make people comfortable. I didn't do shit to make nobody feel comfortable. It was out the fucking blue. Why the fuck are you acting like it's my problem? You just wanted to have a reason to talk. I messed up when I was typing. To talk to ugly bitches you talk to. Everybody you come across and you touch, you fuck them up. You're not even mentally there and stable in the head for no relationship, even when I didn't do shit to your ass or start a conversation. You still fucking mad, the fuck. And then I said, and you acting like I'm not pregnant. You're going to talk to me one day, so I don't give a fuck about your attitude. And I said, bye, bitch.
So this reconciliation that you're talking about, this is what he is trying to stop communication with you, right?
This is one of the things he do. So when you say stop communication, he just disappears for a day. He doesn't even really mean it. He's going to pop up the next day and be like, what you doing?
So you weren't trying to make this jury think when you first testified that there was domestic violence in your relationship, and this reconciliation was you trying to get back with him and him trying to reconcile with you because of something he did, right?
Wait, can you repeat it?
Yes, I can. You're not trying to make this jury believe that he was the one trying to reconcile with you after he hit you or something, are you?
I don't know what you mean by that pertaining to the message. I'm just cursing him out.
No, I said when you guys get back together, I thought you told the defense attorney on your direct that this was some kind of reconciliation trip. You guys were trying to get back together, right?
It was. After I sent that, he did eventually end up texting me, not on there, but he texted my phone and we're back cool. We always do that.
And why is his little brother coming on this reconciliation trip with you?
I mean, I don't know that. That's something you have to ask him. I didn't know he was even going.
But you know why you were going, right?
Yes, he invited me and I thought it was going to be us two.
And it wasn't, right?
Yeah.
And you get to an Airbnb and you're only there for a day.
Yes.
And you go nowhere except for 3 clubs, is that correct?
Yeah, and McDonald's.
And again, not with him and Damian Murphy, right?
Yes.
So what exactly was planned for this trip where you two were going to get back together after fighting?
It wasn't necessarily get back together. It was just to spend time. I didn't have a plan. Oh, if we get down here, go here, go here. If we go out, we go out. If we don't, I would be fine with that too.
So now it's not a reconciliation trip.
No, we are getting back cool, but I'm saying it wasn't a big deal to go out nowhere. That was his decision.
You kind of just testified that he didn't spend any alone time with you that entire night, right?
He was up there, but eventually he would go his own way.
Okay. You said that he didn't go with you anywhere, and you did not go with him to when they first checked out teasers around 10. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was still in the bed at that time.
And you lied to law enforcement in that interview when you said it was just the two of you, right?
The two of us went, because I mentioned Sean too.
You did, but that wasn't until later on in the conversation. When they first asked you about the Airbnb and the door, you specifically said, it's just me and him. Do you remember hearing that?
Yes, I did say that, because I meant like when we first came in, it was just me and him.
So again, there was no planned story that if the two of you got caught, that it was just going to be you and him on a romantic getaway.
We never talked about caught. There's nothing to get caught about, because I didn't do anything.
So again, no conversation ahead of time if you were to get caught about what your story would be.
He never told me nothing about getting caught. When he got interrogated, he came back and told me that's what happened. And then he said, you don't have to worry about that because we didn't do anything.
When did you have the conversation with him about his interrogation?
When it was the first time they searched his house.
Okay. Before you were interrogated by law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am.
No, you're not fucked up, don't you? No, don't you?
So there was some discussion about what it is that law enforcement was going to be questioning you about in that interview, right?
He didn't mention the guy. He just said our trip out of town.
Okay. Such a coincidence, right? He mentions the trip out of town. You still aren't suspicious. You have still no idea a murder happened. But after he's arrested for not a homicide, Just for what?
It was
resist?
resisting arrest.
You guys are talking about the trip to Tampa.
I mean, not in detail. He just said the trip.
But he wasn't arrested in Tampa. Was he? He was arrested in Jacksonville by Duval County Sheriff's officers. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yes, but I'm saying
For-
after they arrested him, he
for
let me know
leaving?
what it was for.
For leaving the scene, right?
No.
So what? Oh, for resisting arrest. Nothing that had to do in the charges of Tampa, right?
No, they left a search warrant and it said the conspiracy thing on there and something else.
Jacksonville, Duval County left the conspiracy and murder charge up there for
I don't
him?
know if it was Jacksonville, but it was on one of the papers.
And so that's what led to a conversation of you all being down in Tampa. Is that correct?
Yeah, he just said it was about the trip to Tampa.
So when you testified to this jury that you had no idea why Tampa officers were pulling you in for that interview, you were lying up there on the stand?
It's not what I said. I mean, he didn't go in full detail about what they were coming to about Tampa. He just said the trip in Tampa.
You said you had no idea why these officers were pulling you into that interview room. Isn't that
And I
what you
meant,
just
because
testified
when they
to?
came to my house, they were coming for resisting arrest, so I didn't know why Tampa was coming to talk to me.
But that's not what you just said, because you said after the resist charge, before your interview, you and your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, were talking about what happened in Tampa.
That was way before. I mean, like when he got arrested.
So let's talk about some more lies that you told law enforcement. You said that you could not remember how it was you got through the back door of the Airbnb, right? You have any memory issues?
No, not so.
Overruled, go ahead. I'm sorry, what was the answer?
Any
I said
memory
no, I
issues?
mean, I'm not slow. What do you mean, memory issues?
Well, they're talking to you within a couple of months of you coming to Tampa, right?
Yes.
You don't come to Tampa every day, right?
No.
And you were with your boyfriend at this Airbnb, correct?
Yes.
And you saw those videos of you at this front door. Can you take a look at the photo behind you?
And for
Yes.
the record, what are you showing her?
I'm showing her States Exhibit 60. You recognize this Airbnb?
Yes.
And you saw the other video, State 61, where you are on the Ring camera, right?
Yes.
You're only on that Ring camera entering this front door 2 times, right?
Yeah, I think it was 2 times.
On June 22nd of 2023.
Yes.
And then you are not on that front door Ring camera at all, correct?
No.
And they don't just ask you about the front door. They ask you, you leave. You leave 2 times and come back, right?
Yes, I did.
You left and you went to the McDonald's with Davy and Murphy and your boyfriend Isaiah Chance, right?
Yes.
And you didn't go out this front door and you didn't come back this front door, right?
Right.
Can you take a look at the video, ma'am? We're going to show you how it is you get to the back door of this Airbnb. This is the back door, right? This is how you would have to get in when you're going to the back door, right? You got to walk through this grass pathway and then open this door, this gate, right? And then it takes you to the sliding glass doors, right?
Yes, ma'am.
They didn't just ask you about the front door. They asked you what door you got in when you came back from the McDonald's, right?
Yes, they did.
And you didn't tell them, if you have nothing to hide, and we're just talking about an Airbnb, you didn't just say, I went through the back door, right?
Yeah, I didn't say that.
You lied, right?
I don't think I answered it.
You said, I don't remember.
Yeah, and I probably was aggravated at the time, so.
But it's a lie, nonetheless, right?
Yeah.
Because certainly you're not going to make the jury believe that you going through some dark pathway in the middle of the night to leave and then get back is something that you're not going to remember, right?
I mean, not necessarily. It wasn't a big thing to remember that day.
Even though you're being questioned on a first-degree murder charge, you can't even tell them that you just left the back door to go to McDonald's?
Yeah, but I'm saying I didn't really remember that, so, and I was aggravated, so.
It's a lie. You lied to law enforcement knowing they're investigating a first-degree homicide.
Yeah, but he was just asking me about a back door, so I didn't see any relevance.
So it's okay to lie to law enforcement if you don't think it's relevant, right?
No.
You have no clue what they're planning, right?
No.
You see the 2 spots here?
Yes.
They're open, right?
Yes, they are.
Where's the Impala?
It's parked on the side.
Where on the side?
In one of the other parking spots they had on the side.
Close to where that back door is, that side parking lot where the back door is?
I don't remember if it was close. I think it was like in the middle.
They had some bags, right? You have a bag right there.
Yeah, my bad.
So when all of those bags and stuff are unloaded, except for yours, they have to go through that back pathway to load all of those heavy guns, right?
I mean, I can't answer that. I didn't see them carried in there.
And you didn't see Davy and Murphy in there either, did you?
Not when I first got there, no.
But eventually you did see him, right?
Yes, later on.
States Exhibit 38A. So again, you saw him at the Airbnb.
Yes.
He's staying at the Airbnb.
I mean, if you consider that staying.
You lied to law enforcement about there being any other individual at that Airbnb other than you, Isaiah Chance, and his little brother, right?
Yeah, I didn't answer anything about the other people.
So that's a lie, right, ma'am? You lied to them about Davy and Murphy, a member of 1200 or an associate of 1200, being at that Airbnb.
Yeah, I didn't want to answer anything about them, so I didn't answer.
Also, not relevant, right?
I mean, I wouldn't know, so.
36A. You don't know who this is, right?
At the time I didn't, but I do now.
You rode in a car with him for 3.5 hours, right?
Yes, I also went to sleep. I didn't really look at him like that.
You have been to his house for a barbecue. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yes.
He was introduced to you by your boyfriend of over 3 years of his second family, right?
Yeah.
He introduced you to all of his family members, right?
I didn't say all the family members.
You said he introduced you at that barbecue and said, this is my second family, right?
Yes, but I don't know if that's his real family members.
So you're suggesting to this jury that when you are being introduced by your boyfriend to his second family that he posed some fake people next to him?
I'm saying I don't know if he was talking about everybody that was standing there. He could have been talking about particular people.
But certainly Sean Gathright was there, right?
Yes, ma'am, he was there.
And he's one of the people he's saying, this is my second family, right?
No, he said little brother to him.
Part of his family. And then the rest of the people was his second family, right?
Yeah, he considered them second family.
And you care about Isaiah Chance?
I did.
And you would have us believe that after he introduced you to his little brother, his second family, you went off in some second room and never looked at his face?
I didn't go off to the second room. I just got a plate and went back to the car.
You hid in the car, right?
Yeah, I don't really talk much, so I got back in the car.
Oh, so you never had a conversation with him?
No, I just said hey and bye.
And you can't tell that this person in 36A is the same person in 36B?
I mean, at the time it didn't really look like him. I just glanced at the picture. I said no.
And in the entire 3.5 car ride, you never looked at his face either?
I'm not staring him down, so I mean, no.
And at the entire time that you were at the Airbnb with him, you never looked at his face or had one conversation with him?
I didn't have a conversation with him, but I maybe glanced.
You were walking next to Isaiah Chance at Teasers. You were walking next to him at that parking lot when he was at Truth 18. I'm not going to play the videos again. You saw that. You guys were walking right next to him.
If you consider that right next to him, yes.
Some points you were a little behind him, is that correct?
Yes.
And some points you were right next to him, isn't that correct?
Yes.
And there were points when he has that phone, your phone, up to his ear.
Yeah, at certain points.
And at one point, when he has it up to his ear, he has to give it to you so you can do what?
Put the code in. That was at the first club.
And that's right. Put the call in, right? There is a call that is happening. And
I said the code.
The code. But there is a call happening. He's actually on the phone, right?
At the first club, he attempts to make a call, yeah.
Attempts, right? It's literally up to his ear.
Yeah, I don't think he went through.
Oh, because you're right next to him. You would know, right?
No, I mean, he didn't say anything, so that's why I said I don't think he went through.
And at some point, he hands it to you so you can do what?
I mean, I didn't put the code back in after that.
Just the one time?
Yes.
It didn't go off any other time that you were with him from the entire time to Teasers, to Truth 18?
I mean, later on, I think, yeah. At the next club, yeah.
What about in the car?
No, when the car was still unlocked.
And you never heard him utter one word on that phone while you were next to him in the parking lot at Teasers?
Teasers just the first club, right?
Yes, ma'am.
No, he didn't say anything.
And he never said one thing the entire time when you guys are sitting in that parking lot at Teasers at the same point when Charles Jones is there?
He said something, but he didn't say anything about him.
What did he say?
He just was saying how all the people were just standing there, standing around.
He had never had one phone call?
I mean, he tried to call. I don't know. Again, I don't know if he went through.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit number 94C1. You see this when he's on the phone actually sharing a live location with Sean Gathright that's occurring at 2 a.m.? You see that?
Yes, ma'am.
He does that multiple times. So he has your phone a lot in that car, right?
Yes.
And so anytime there's inactivity on the phone, you got to do what for him?
Unlock it, but he never locked it back. If he didn't respond, he just went and got on something else.
He doesn't lock the phone, right? That's something that happens automatically based on time, right?
Yes.
When that phone locks up in the parking lot, it's not because he locked it, it's because there's a timing mechanism on your iPhone that makes it go dark, right?
I mean, yeah, but the first time he got out the car, it's my phone. He stops me and asks for it, so it's not unlocked when he asks for it.
And then at some point, he starts texting NIGGA, pick up the FNO. He says that. He doesn't text it just once at 2:31. He sends this text again at 2:31 and 24 seconds. So he wants somebody to pick up that effing phone. Are you claiming when he's texting that, he's not saying anything to you?
No, not about that.
Do you see him desperately going like this?
No, not like he rushing. He just regularly typing.
He just casually texts,
Yes.
pick up the effing phone, twice.
Yeah.
And that was something that if he had done it very erratically, you would have noticed, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't.
That might have tipped you off that something pretty important was happening, right?
I mean, if you say so.
So he's just casually typing that in, and then he's sharing the location again later, 2 hours later. But after this exchange, he never gets a phone call. There's no conversation in that car,
I don't remember him having a conversation there.
but he's not sending one other text after he desperately texts that twice, right?
I don't think he did.
You don't think, or you're not willing to tell us?
I don't really remember what he texted, so.
And you don't remember or him hearing him have any conversation in that car?
Not right there, no.
And you remember Detective Ramos when he was sitting next to you and he was kind of acting out what he thought happened after he saw the video footage and some of the messaging, that he's right next to you in that car and he's saying, he's sitting this close to you, right? He's in the driver's seat, right?
Yes.
And you are in the passenger seat, right?
Yeah.
Remember that exchange? And he kind of imitates and acts out, hey, get here, get here. He's going into the club now. You better get here now. That you're claiming something like that never happened.
No, I told you what he said.
Okay.
Only time he said something was when he flipped the camera and said it was packed. And where y'all at?
Do you also remember? Oh, so now they said where you're all at, right?
I'm talking about when he took the picture on the screenshot. That's what I said he said.
Okay. Did you know who he was talking to?
I mean, no, but I assumed it was his friends.
Do you remember when law enforcement specifically asked you about the black Chevy Impala?
Yes, ma'am.
That black Chevy Impala happened to be at the Home to Suites, correct?
I mean, yeah, but at the time I didn't know that.
You didn't see the black Chevy Impala when your boyfriend was circling around the parking lot not once but twice?
No, I didn't see that car.
That was a car that you had ridden down to Jacksonville with Sean Gathright, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't recognize that car in the parking lot?
I mean, I'm not going to know if it's them, though. I don't know if it's them.
So just a coincidence that you happened to be at Home to Suites, right?
I mean, I'm not driving, so I can't tell you why he went there.
You got out of the vehicle with Isaiah Chance at both of those clubs, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said on your direct examination that you went up to the bouncers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a lie, right?
I wasn't referring to those clubs. I was referring to Players Club.
The detectives never mentioned the Players Club to you in that interview, right?
No, he showed me a video of a parking lot, so I just assumed it was that club.
I think at maximum they have her at conspiracy. I'm not seeing the murder charges, second degree, first degree, none of that shit. I'm just not seeing it as we stand right now. The jury is still deliberating, so I'm not seeing it, bro. I think they're gonna go home for the weekend, and we shall see how it goes after that. But as it stands right now, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. She did good, but they had certain things already locked up, right? And they said it. They basically said she wasn't scared or nothing like that. All right, that's not true. She basically didn't know what's going on. They kind of did. But one thing that they were not able to do is break her. When she had to correct her, she had to correct her. And I ain't gonna hold you. It was pretty decent. And I know some of y'all gonna be like, wait, what, bro? That's not supposed to be how that's supposed to be. Nah, it kind of is, brother. Like, we gotta take it to a point where we just look at certain things and we tell the truth. And the truth of the matter is that we don't know what the jurors are feeling. But if we're being honest, if you're being honest, she ain't as guilty as the state is making her. When they talk about the lies she said, what about the lies the police said? So, it is what it is. Y'all, let me know your thoughts on this. I know this was a longer video, but I try to do as best as I could because I thought that I always believe this. And if you're new to this channel, I'm going to let you guys know. The cross, to me, is always better than when the person whose witness it is examines them, because they saying stuff that you want to hear, right? If you were accused of, let's just say, cheating in a basketball game, right? If I brought in a ref that say he's seen you do it, and you're the prosecutor, and you say, see. I mean, well, if I'm the prosecutor, right, and I'm going, see, yeah, he cheated at the basketball game. You probably going to be interested in seeing how the hell you going to flip this shit. And that's what it is. Y'all, let me know your thoughts. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Do you believe she's going to get found guilty? I mean, they're still deliberating right now as it stands. They're still deliberating on it right the hell now. It is 7:14, which means it is 8 o'clock over there. So, y'all, let me know your thoughts on this one. Subscribe, turn on bells to notify, share to keep your people aware. Hit that like button. Hey, I told y'all, every couple of days we've been going up. We've been going up. Subscribers, bruh. We are 35K away from that giveaway. So, I'm not saying spots are limited. You can still get in it. Because a lot of people, they just hitting the button. And I know. Some of y'all like, bro, I don't even want to win. I just want to see y'all hit that 300K, man. We on our way to a mil, but we got to stop at 300K. So hit that like button. Click right here to see how little dirt might be able to skate on with a technicality. Click right here, or click right here for the playlist, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. We gone.